told your friend you're not okay? And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your
Hi everyone, my name is Kathy.
And I'm Koi, and I am every woman.
So guys, we are back. We have been away a long time.
Yeah.
I think the last time we shot was in
Beginning of the year, maybe? Beginning of the year.
September now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
life happens, I think. And I think it's important that you give yourself some grace when you're not able to keep up with schedules and things like those. And yes, life happened.
Yeah.
And we're
Life
going to talk a
happens.
little bit about, a little catch up. Might want to do a little catch up.
Yeah.
What has been happening? What is this that kept us away from the channel? I don't know. Do you want to go first?
Oh man, I don't know. Where do we start? A lot has happened. Even I haven't seen you in so long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And a lot of traveling
Yeah.
as well.
Where do we start?
I think let's talk about family. Let's
Yeah.
see what's going on with our families.
How are you? How are the kids doing?
I am great. My kids are great. They have grown. Kids just seem to grow so fast within a short time.
I know. They say, what do they say? The days are long, but the years are short, right?
True.
Yeah.
But it's not just physically also, it's just, they really grow up. They used to be clingy. Now I struggle to just get a hug. Oh my God, I mean, that's has been a panic thing for me. And I'm actually going through the point where I wish I can have them little for just a short time. Sorry to tell you that. Yours is older than mine.
I know. I'm almost an empty nester now. Like while we were away, I became a mom to a whole teenager. My daughter just turned 13.
Imagine that.
Yeah, she's, I can see her becoming quite independent. It's interesting just seeing how, she's growing into her own person with her own likes, her own life even.
It's a scary thing.
That doesn't involve me.
They don't need us anymore.
Yeah.
Not that much.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
It is, but it has been making me think a lot about my years to come.
Yeah.
Like, will I spend those by myself? I've been thinking about that a lot, and it has made me think about picking up new hobbies, getting pretty much just filling my life
Yes.
with other things other than just
Yes.
being a mother.
So that the emptiness doesn't crush you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very valid. And that's especially valid for single parents like
Yeah.
us, because you will be alone, literally alone. It's important that you have a life, that you continue with the life.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. How about work?
Oh my God, wow, that has just been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been a big one.
Yeah.
um
I think for people who don't know, for us, this is just something we do on the side. We have, individually, we have our own careers, own businesses that we run that sometimes take a lot of our time. And I don't know, maybe we can start with you. I know you have had some
it's
exciting
a big
things.
one. I'm gonna try to summarize.
Okay.
I feel like I'm so busy in my 40s.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is this even the way it's supposed to be? But I'm very grateful for that, because I am busy, yes, but I'm grounded and I'm seeing results and I'm calm but busy, and that's great. So I started a school in January. I'm an educator.
Whoop,
And
whoop.
I started it in my house. Remember the video we did for lessons into 2023?
Yes.
When I was saying start where you are with what you have and enjoy the journey.
Yes.
So that was the beginning of my journey in my house, just, together with my children and other children from out. And then within 3 months, we got another venue. It's a long story, but it's just those random things. And so we weren't looking for it, not that soon, but we got it, and it's beautiful, it's lovely, it's at a great location. And we went from 5 children to 11 children, and
Oh,
then
wow.
16 children.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy busy, guys. Starting anything is not for the faint-hearted. Salute to all the people who have schools going, businesses going, you started it and it's moving. Salute, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's amazing.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, I came one of the days, I think it was on a closing day,
yeah.
and just seeing the steps that you have taken and where you are, comparing that to when it was just an idea. And I think we talked about that in the challenge. I think you've mentioned that. And just seeing how much growth that has, you know, the curve it has taken, the path it has taken, and the growth that you have been able to achieve. It's just unbelievable.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then one of those days, so before we got this venue, I actually was almost not giving up, but changing course. I was going to take a job, which I thought will probably give me some money so I can have, you know, set myself up better. But the job took too long, so this came before, so I rejected the job. But instead of fully rejecting it, what they wanted me to do for them, I said I can train. And I went there and I trained, and the amazing thing about just being a natural trainer that I didn't know I could. And since then, I've already trained 2 schools, and I'm possibly working towards training a 3rd one. We're
amazing.
Really in talks. It's just, I think for me, what has been phenomenal at work is just the things which you plan and work towards, and they work. You know, all these little things we talk about, affirmations, and saying that it's either it works or it works. Those things, imagine, eventually is what makes you get there. Yeah, it's really beautiful to see. Yeah, it's beautiful to experience.
Amazing. So you would say, did you do a lot of affirmations through the year? Did you write your goals down? What would you say was a bit different for you this time, and you can say contributed to the success you've achieved so far?
Actually, the defining factor this time that was different. I mean, the Serenity Prayer for me works all the time, but this time the defining factor is just that statement. It's either it will work or it will work.
Wow.
I just did not give myself the option of failing. Not an option. And so I was unapologetic. And I feel like that was the defining factor.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was great.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yes, thank you.
Well, for me, I don't know where to start when it comes to work and business. So I have a full-time job. I'm in marketing, and then I have my business. So this year, I would say, has been good and hard in equal measure. Good in terms of, I've seen a lot of growth in terms of my career, like the job I'm at. And it came with a lot of travel, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. The blessing is, you know, you get to travel, get to go to new countries. And this year,
meet people.
Exactly. This year, each and every month, I have been away. So, and it has been amazing to just, you know, go into a new country, see life in a different light, see how people behave, and see, you know, what people value in different countries is so different. Just, and you know, embracing that. But I think also being away comes with, you know, its own challenges. I've had to deal with a lot of mom guilt while I'm away. That's usually a struggle. That's usually a struggle. So I've dealt with that. And then on top of that, physical fatigue catches on. If you're doing it every month, physical fatigue catches on. And sometimes it feels like I can't almost talk about that because it feels like you're complaining instead of being grateful, you know? So I feel like that has, you know, that's what it has been. But I'm grateful. And I think this year, to me, I started the year saying that I actually started the year with what you call is it resolutions or what do you write them down? No, a vision board. I started the year with a vision board, and I actually decided, I've never done a vision board in my life. This was the first one, and I decided to draw it out. So I drew what I wanted my year to look like. And I also added words of feelings that I wanted my year to feel like. And one of the things I wrote down was gentleness, being gentle with myself, and just also being in the moment. Because I realized sometimes we chase destinations, you want to achieve that end goal, and you don't enjoy the now. And And I think this year has allowed me to enjoy being gentle, even when I'm dealing with mom guilt, physical fatigue, just being gentle with myself, saying, okay, I need a break today. You know, today I wasn't able to achieve X, Y, Z, being gentle with myself in that I'm not...
Some grace.
Yeah, extending
yourself.
some grace.
Yeah.
And then just being present. So let me give you an example. One of the trips I made was joint. So I did one trip that I was away for vacation because I felt like I needed it. During that trip, a few of the people I really love lost loved ones. And I struggled with that because I felt guilty. One, I was away having fun, trying to enjoy myself. But then there are these emotions of sadness and grief that I felt like I needed to feel, and just reconciling that and being physically not being present. I think this is something that I really struggled with. And at some point I just, you know, after talking to a few people, I just realized, yeah, it doesn't make sense to not leave that moment. You forget where you are in that moment and forget to enjoy the small joys that life gives you at that moment. Being caught up with what you could have done, or you know what else you would have done, and being so hard on yourself. So I think I've struggled with that, but I think because I had been intentional at the beginning of the year to be a bit more gentle with myself, I have been working on that. But it has been an amazing year. I think I said earlier, you know, I've traveled for work, so that has grown. My business has also really grown. However, it has come with its own challenges in this economy, guys.
How are you doing with the dollar?
Do we talk about it or not? Oh my gosh, it has been challenging to be honest.
For every business.
Yeah, the dollar has been crazy, but I'll say it has also pushed myself and because I have a partner in the business to make decisions that we would have otherwise maybe delayed in making, in, you know, carrying out business in different ways, that I feel like has allowed us to be...
Brought some growth,
resilient even. And with that, you know, you only get stronger. So I would say you take the good and bad.
Yeah.
Take the good and bad. But it has really kept us on our toes. Yeah. From rent increment at the shop to just the dollar. Yeah. We've been on our toes. Yeah,
that
for sure.
Can't be easy.
Yeah.
Any importing story at this point?
We are here. Two.
Yeah. Yeah, we survive.
We survive. Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about relationships.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. We love to talk about that, huh?
All kinds.
Yeah.
Shall I go first?
Yes.
Okay, let me start with family. I feel like my relationship with family, most of the members, some of the members is still a little awkward, but you know, normal. But I feel like we appreciate more now, just being deliberate with meetings and being kind to each other. Sometimes we're harshest to the people close to us,
right?
You know, but that's working out. I mean, family is just an ever-evolving thing. You're always worried about this or that. But I'm happy. I'm at a really happy place where family is concerned.
Friends?
Oh, where friends are... there's been terrible things.
Oh.
Yeah, I lost 2 friends in quick succession. I'm going to try not to cry. But they were close friends. And one was we were in high school with, died an unexpected death. She wasn't sick or anything. The other one was my maid of honor, also crashed, died on the spot. That has been hard. That I'm not going to lie about.
I can only imagine, yeah.
It was very, very hard. And the most interesting thing for me this time is that a lot of times when death happens around me, I see it through my dead spouse's eyes. And it reminds me, I sort of live it through here. I don't know how I can explain it, but there's just a lot of me grieving for him, me grieving for this person, but also still grieving for this one. I don't know how I can explain it. But this one time, especially for my maid of honor, I didn't I didn't live it through my dead spouse. I don't know what that means. I honestly, I haven't processed it enough to figure out what that means. But losing her was very, very hard. I think for me, death is bad when I feel like you died, but you didn't live a full life. When I feel like you didn't really maximize on your life.
Yeah.
I feel better. And that is not to say I would celebrate it, but I feel better when I know your life was full and you lived a full life. But anytime somebody dies and I say, oh my God, I wish they did this, I wish they were complaining about this, I wish they saw things this way, that for me really, really messes me up. But yeah, I came out of it and told myself, listen, we're all gonna die. Something must kill a person, eh? And I'm alive. I'm not dead. So I still have work to do. I still have things to enjoy. I still have experiences to live through. Yeah, but that part was hard. On the other side, I went on holiday. I stayed with my friends. And, so I used to live in Tanzania. My friends in Tanzania, great people, amazing people, hospitable. And that was great. Just the affirmation of my friends. Yeah. And, that was really, really nice. Yeah. So such is life, There's good things, there's bad things. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my, that sounds like a roller coaster. Yeah. Interesting how, in the same breath of talking about friendship, there's happiness and there's sadness. It's interesting how human beings, we're expected to balance out these emotions and sometimes all at the same time. How I don't know how.
I think in the end, it's just the recognition that you are lucky. Yeah. Even when you are that sad about losing a friend, it means you loved deeply and it means you had a great relationship. And you must look at it that way, that you were lucky to have had a great relationship. You see, there are people who don't get that. You see what I mean? I mean, when my husband died and a friend of mine said, did you have a happy marriage? And I said, yes. And she said, well, you're very lucky. Because I wish I had that. She's never had that, and she was in her 50s. So it brought on the perspective of he might have died young, and we might have a very short marriage. We had a short marriage, but it was a beautiful marriage, and there are people who don't get to see that beauty ever. Yeah. So they're envious of me who had it, even though he died. Yeah. So it's important in the end that we look at it that way. The sadder you are about someone, it means that you had a deep and fulfilling relationship, and that's not to be taken for granted.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So with me, first and foremost, I really have a very small circle of friends. And I feel like this year I've been able to almost connect at a deeper level with each one of them. And I've also rekindled a new one. Not a new one, actually an old one. I've rekindled an old one, which I'm very happy about. And I find myself enjoying spending time with friends in an intentional way. So the way we rekindled this old one is that we started going on walks together, like a physical, like just working out, which has been quite enjoyable and has also allowed me to see her in a different light it's like I'm learning her afresh. So that has been very, very interesting. But I've also been feeling like I need to put myself out there a little bit more when it comes to friendships. Not that I feel like I need new friends, but I feel like I need to almost expand my circle a little bit. And so I'm trying to put myself out there. Yeah. And I actually did my first big step yesterday. As we shoot this yesterday, I went for book club. Yeah. And at the book club, when we were doing it was my first time. I did not know anybody. It was amongst beautiful women, almost intimidating, right? And when we were introducing ourselves, the lady who was hosting the book club said, introduce yourself and tell us one thing you'd like us to know. And I was so proud of myself because I actually said I'm here because I'm looking to build new friendships.
Yeah. Wow.
I would never say...
Yeah. It's a little vulnerable.
It was very vulnerable, but I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, so that has been quite interesting. So there's nothing much to talk about when it comes to friendships for me, other than that.
Romantic relationships.
Oh my God.
You want to know?
Hey, this one.
We want to know.
Can we go on commercial break?
No.
Okay.
We want to know.
So the year started with me being single. I don't know whether I've even talked about this in the channel. I had been dating. I have been in previously I was in a long-term committed relationship, a long-distance one actually. And the year started with me being single. Basically, we broke off that relationship. I wouldn't say it wasn't heartbreaking. It was. Of course, it's somebody you've spent a lot of time with, right? But I feel like it was the right thing for both of us. And I've really enjoyed some time away of relationships. I think for the first time, I'm also openly now dating. I don't know how to explain this, like going on dates.
Yeah.
And without expecting sort of commitments and just putting myself out there. I feel very good in terms of being in control of my emotions and how I want to present myself. And I know I'm not ready to be in a committed relationship, but just knowing that, okay, I want to go on a few dates without feeling like, okay, I want to, go on a date and be with this person in a committed way. So I think this is a new side of me that I'm discovering. Actually, during this process, I discovered a lot of things about myself. One, I always thought I wanted more kids. Now I know I don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I realized I don't even...
How did that change? You just figured that out?
Yeah. I realized I want a different life.
Okay.
And this came from just me thinking about, really thinking about, why do we even get into relationships? For what? Like, really, for what? And then, obviously, the whole of last year I was in... we were in therapy with my partner then, and I'm glad we did this therapy, because even when we started, the therapist said that I'm not here to make you stay together. I'm here to make you decide whether you want to stay together or not.
It's an authentic decision.
Exactly. So I went into these therapy sessions for myself and to learn like what I really like about the institution of marriage and being in a relationship and all those things. And I realized, number one, by default, most of the times I would be with someone, if I like them just enough, that's enough, as long as they choose me. So now I've decided, no, I want to be in control a little bit more. That's number one. And then I just started thinking about what does my life really look like when it comes to romantic relationships, even in the future. And I wrote those down, and I realized children don't have to be part of it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, children.
Are you sure about that, or do you feel like it's
I am very sure about it, because I realize what I really truly want to do is I really want to travel.
Okay.
And I want to build my life, around travel. And I don't think I can be able to do that with small children. Don't get me wrong, I really, really love children.
Yeah.
But I feel like that love, it doesn't have to be my own children.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I'm surprised, because I didn't know that you thought that way. I mean, there was a point you wanted a child.
Yeah, I wanted 5.
Oh, 5. Okay. I thought just one other one. But hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big decision, especially in our society.
Yeah.
For someone to say that. I've had several people say that.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like as long as it's a true, authentic decision, because you see, unfortunately, this decision comes with limitations because of your physiological body. If you choose to get a child much later, it's possible. But of course, it comes with challenges and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But as long as it's a true, authentic, decision, it's yours, it is what it is.
And I feel like also this life, you're allowed to change your mind.
Yeah.
So at this point,
That's
I'm
true.
very convicted that's what I want. I don't know whether that's how I'll feel in 3 years.
Yeah.
But at this small, yeah. And it's okay. It's okay to be able to change your mind. But at this point, I know the life I want. I feel like a little bird. I feel like there's so much for me to see out there. Honestly, when I travel, I feel like I don't have inhibitions. I enjoy interacting with strangers that I don't know. I feel so free. I really love immersing myself in different cultures. It makes me feel so free. In fact, people ask me, when you travel alone, are you not scared? I am the least scared when I'm traveling. I am even more scared driving at night in Nairobi than I am when I'm away. That makes me really, really happy being able to interact with people. And I want to live a happy life, and that makes me happy. So
doing more of what makes you happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
Quite a journey you've been through.
I know. So yeah. So romantically, I'm out here single. I'm not searching, but I'm open to going on coffee dates and. Yeah, but they have to be intentional, because at the point where I'm at, I've really put in a lot of work. So I'm not here to have any mediocre situations.
I mean, speaking of those, I feel like in my 40s, first of all, you see, I know we've talked about this before, but dating in your 40s is very complicated.
Okay, why so?
The pool is very small.
Yeah.
And most of the...
But what is the pool?
Okay.
When we say the pool is small, what is the pool?
Because we're talking about guys our age.
Okay.
Guys our age or older. It's a very small pool because, you know, a big percentage of these are in unions already. And the ones who are out there are the ones who, every time we sit down and say, if a woman left this man's home, there's a problem. It might be unfair, but we are women. That's how we see it.
Wow.
And you see, most of my friends, for example, are divorced.
Yes.
You know, I'm a widow, but they are divorced. And so their husbands are in that pool. And these are the people they left after 10 years,
complicated.
15 years of marriage. It took them all of almost 6 years to figure out this person is a narcissist, this person is this, and this person is that. Those are the people in the pool. Now, here's the thing. I know compatibility also comes into play. You blah, blah, blah. You can find someone in that pool that has been painted very badly somewhere else who turns out to be. But I'm just saying it's not easy. Because you meet someone out there and you don't know anything about them. Now listen, we're in our 40s. We've been in this world 4 decades. If I don't know what you've been doing with yourself for the last 4 decades, it's complicated. It's very complicated, I tell you.
Yeah.
Very complicated. So...
I mean, I kind of agree with you in terms of the pool being small. Is it, but okay. But I have, can I play devil's advocate a little bit?
Sure.
I feel like when you mix two different, we were taught like primary, just walk with me.
Yeah.
Primary colors. What were the primary colors? Blue and yellow make green, right?
Yes.
Blue and red make purple.
Oh, yeah.
See the point?
Yeah.
So if...
Okay, I hear you. I hear you, by the way. I do.
So a marriage might not work because of different reasons. And one of the reasons could even be the other lady, right? Yeah. Or even the man. I also feel like being a divorced, someone who's gone through divorce myself, divorce sometimes changes you. Okay, sometimes.
That's true.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Lessons, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
And you change.
Yeah.
It's complicated. I'm just going to tell you that for free. Plus, also, guys our age are like us. They're bringing up children. Some of them are single. They're parenting.
Yes.
Children live with them.
Yes. And that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it is. But it's crazy in terms of logistics. A date never happens. There's a sick child, there's a child being picked up.
Yeah,
there's
I see.
This, and then there's that.
I see.
It's just, and then you get to a point where, for example, I recently met a guy. He's just started a business. And I was so proud of him for that. He said in his 40s, he must do this. It's very similar to me.
Yeah.
So he started a business in another town. And I've also started a business in another town.
Yeah.
So, and I'm very passionate about my business. He's very passionate about his. We chat a lot. We actually like each other. There's good vibes. We want to meet.
Yeah.
But it's very hard.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard.
Yeah.
Even just logistics.
Yeah.
And we are at the age where we also don't want to do endless chatting. That just doesn't
I know,
work.
those are so boring.
Yeah. So I kid you not, I don't know how this thing is ever going to end. And sometimes we just ask ourselves, we wish God, at some point later in life we were meant to not be affected by, loneliness and the need for companionship, because in the end, that's what pushes you to go out and look for a companion.
Yeah.
But, half the time, the business consumes you, parenting consumes you, finding your life purpose and living it and making it work really consumes you. And then you're just, at some point, just grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, question is, are you dating? You didn't answer that.
I don't know. I am single.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's single, guys.
I am single.
Yeah.
I'm dating, but there's nothing serious. There's nothing concrete.
Yeah.
Nothing has,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Life.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
I feel like the convictions, the depth, your principles, the things that make you continue being tested every time, and then they evolve depending on what is testing you. Yeah. So either way, I love my 40s. I love my 40. Life starts at 40. That's not a cliche.
Is it more than the way I feel for my 30s?
Oh my God, you don't know nothing. You just wait for the 40s.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, it's amazing. I mean, even in your 30s, you've learned how to now stop caring, stop running around, blah, blah, blah. The 40s is on another level. The 40s is on another level. A lot of times, even just the things you've been, the things you're insecure about in your 30s that still have a small point of insecurities, really in your 40s, oh my gosh. It's a whole level of not giving a hoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, and if you're in your 20s watching this, the 30s are amazing. Honestly, I feel like the 30s are your 20s, but with money and more maturity and a little bit more freedom, like mental freedom.
Yeah.
You don't really care what people think. You just do what you want, do what you love without really caring much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I appreciate what you're saying, and I can't wait for my 40s. But for now, I'm also just really enjoying my 30s. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's also a privilege just to grow old.
It's a blessing.
I was watching a show just last night, and someone says everybody will be young, but not everybody will be old. There's this lady in a spa, who's, really old and wrinkled, and she was just saying, not everybody gets the privilege to be old.
Yes.
And I said, wow, that's profound. Yeah, that's really amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Woo! That's been a great catch up, huh?
Yeah.
It's been a long year.
Yeah.
But guys, we are truly, truly back. And we have some exciting content lined up for you. And we are hoping that this time around that we'll be able to stay consistent. And as you can see already, we've improved our quality. We have a new addition to the family. He's behind the cameras. His name is Fred. Yeah, and so Fred is helping us, stay consistent, and we've improved our quality, so we are grateful. So that means even I Am Every Woman, as much as we've been quiet, we've also grown, and we are excited to see where we go. Yeah. So I think that's it for today, right? Yeah. And we are looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, bye.
As you fade